In a quiet village on the outskirts of a bustling city, there lived an old woman named Miriam. She was frail but spirited, known for her warm smile and generous heart. Despite her humble home and modest means, she always found ways to help those around her, often sharing her baked bread or tending to sick neighbors. One night, a thief named Corin broke into Miriam's small cottage. Desperation drove him. He'd been struggling to survive and had heard rumors that the old woman kept a stash of money hidden somewhere in her house. Under the cover of darkness, Corin slipped into the cottage. The soft glow of a lantern revealed shelves filled with jars of preserves, a handmade quilt draped over a rocking chair, and a small chest sitting by the bedside. Without hesitation, Corin crept towards the chest. Just as he opened it and pulled out a pouch of coins, a voice cut through the silence. "What are you doing, young man?" Startled, Corin spun around to see Miriam standing in the doorway, her expression calm but curious. I'm sorry," he stammered. "I need the money. I have no choice." Miriam tilted her head, her wrinkled face softening with a trace of pity. "No choice, you say? And what will you do with it?" Corin hesitated, clutching the pouch tightly. "Buy food. Pay off some debts. I just need a break." The old woman nodded slowly, stepping closer. "And you think stealing from an old widow is the answer?" "I don't want to hurt anyone," Corin replied, his voice shaking. "But no one helps people like me. I've tried everything." Miriam studied him for a moment before sighing. "You've taken what you need, then. But let me offer you something else." Confused, Corin watched as Miriam turned and shuffled toward her pantry. She retrieved a small loaf of bread, some dried fruit, and a jar of honey, placing them into a cloth bag. "Here," she said, handing him the bag. "Take this with you, and know that kindness still exists, even for those who've lost their way." Corin was stunned. He had expected anger or fear, not generosity. "Why would you do this? I just robbed you." Miriam's eyes gleamed with quiet wisdom. "Because I see someone who's been beaten down by life, not someone who's beyond redemption. But you must decide what you'll do next. Will you keep taking, or will you find a way to give back?" Corin left the house, the stolen coins in one pocket and the bag of food in another. Guilt gnawed at him, but he told himself it was necessary. The next morning, the village was abuzz with news. The old woman had reported the theft to the local police, not out of spite, but to bring attention to the struggles of those like Corin. She described the young man, not as a criminal, but as someone in desperate need of help. When the police tracked Corin down, they found him sitting outside a bakery, handing out bread to a group of homeless children. Shocked by his actions, they brought him in for questioning. Facing Miriam again at the police station, Corin hung his head. "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken your money." Miriam smiled softly. "I didn't call them to punish you. I wanted to ensure you found help. You're not the only one struggling, Corin. Together, we can find a better way." Moved by her unwavering kindness, Corin vowed to change his ways. With Miriam's guidance, he began working in the village, helping others in need and slowly earning the trust of the community. Though his journey wasn't easy, Corin learned that even in his darkest moments, the light of compassion could guide him toward redemption.